Hey guys, my name is Kristjan. For those that don't know me, I have been in this business now for just over 19 years with my wife, and we started back in Iceland, where we are from. And back in those times, of course, we didn't have social media like you have today. We didn't have fancy mobile phones and all this kind of things. So we had to build our business up in the beginning a little bit differently, with mainly just walking and talking and prospecting, people, both of course our warm market and our cold market. And what I mean by warm market and cold market: warm market are the people that sort of are your friends and family, people you know, and the cold market are people that are strangers to you to begin with and then become your best friends in that sense. But what I wanted to do now is just to come quickly on here to talk a little bit about walking and talking, and how we can also do that outside of social media. What I mean is that you don't have to just be sitting in the front of the computer and prospecting people. There is a whole other world out there which is so much fun, and I personally just love that, going out and prospect people in different scenarios. I always have in the back of my mind when I'm prospecting somebody, is that I will always have in the back of my mind the 5 C's. The 5 C's are that you compliment a person, you keep it, curiosity factor high, you throw in some credibility factors, you control yourself, and you commit to the things as well. And just to take you through that a little bit, so let's take a scenario here. I'm out dining or something, and a person comes and really starts to give us a good service and things like that. I would then compliment them and say that that you must have done you've done a really good service here tonight, and really you're outgoing with your personality, things like that, and say that you must be paid really well to be here. And they of course will say, no, I'm not, and start to joke about it around that a little bit. And you would say, well, you'd be really good at what I do. And the person then will say, what do you do? And in fact, a situation like that, you don't want to say too much. You want to control yourself. You want to just keep it curious. Just your goal here is to get the number, is get the contact details for that person, so you can either invite them to have a look at a link we'll send them, or onto an online business presentation, or even meet them one-to-one as well. So it's important to look at it from all kind of different angles in that sense. If I'm out and about, let's say in a networking event, I will do exactly the same things. I'll compliment people on something, either how they have, when they're interacting with me, say your personal skills are quite good, or women often, they compliment each other on their clothing or the shoes or the handbag and things like that, and just start up a conversation thing. What I have also found out when you're prospecting like that, it's important not just go in like a prospecting. Don't go just in with the intention of just prospect. You want to go in with the intention that you are striking up a conversation. So when you are striking up a conversation, it flows more naturally, and you don't want to have the pressure on yourself that you have to be prospecting that person, or you have to talk to them in that sense. So you want to be striking up a conversation, and through the conversation you can have different ways to sort of tweak in the business and talk about our business and what we do. There are some conversation starters and things like that. It's one that I use a lot. I will sometimes say to people, where are you from? And it doesn't really matter what they say, where they're from. They can name whatever city in UK or another country. I will always go like, wow, really? I'm expanding my business into that area. And as it happens, I'm looking for 5 to 6 key people at the moment. Would you know of anybody that would be open-minded to diversify their income without, interfere what they're doing today? And I don't know if you saw what I did there. I didn't say, are you interested? I said, would you know of anybody? Why do I do it that way? It's because taking the pressure off the person. So I'm not saying, directly, I'm not like, it's about you, and giving that to like a sales pressure speech. I'm taking the pressure away and saying more like, would you know of anybody? And when you do that, then people start to think, well, what about me? I'm open-minded to look at something like that. So that is also another way to do that. But also make sure it's fun. Have fun by doing this, and don't do it just under pressure because somebody in your upline told you to go out and prospect. Have it in a fun way. You can go out and challenge yourself and say, I'm going to talk to the first person I see in yellow shoes, or that has a red handbag, or has a blue sweater on, or whatever. So you can play with it in that way. So you trick your mind to go, okay, there's somebody in a blue sweater, I need to go and talk to them. And so play with it, have fun with it. I personally love to have a new skin buddy, especially in the beginning when I'm training somebody, to go out with someone else, so you can have that boundary between yourself, and it helps a lot when you do this, when you are going out and talking to somebody. In the beginning it can be really uncomfortable, okay? You can be scared and all that, but I can promise you, when you stick to this, after the first sort of couple of times, it gets easier, okay? In the beginning, you're afraid of this rejection that you can have from that other person, but it's okay to get rejected, because people are not rejecting you personally, they're just rejecting the idea or the concept you're bringing out there. As long as you get that out of your head, that you're not being rejected personally, then it becomes much more easier, much more fun in that sense. So just go out there and have fun with it, and really, just like I say, have fun with it in the sense that you challenge yourself. And if you go out with a new skin buddy, a friend of yours or something like that, then you could bounce off each other energy. So you're going to say, okay, you go and talk to this person, I go and talk to that person, and things like that, and have a little play with it. One thing that sometimes I might ask people, if I'm meeting them in a networking event, or sort of in an area like that, I might ask them, what do you do for a living? And whatever they say, they can say, I'm a teacher, I'm a plumber, I'm a carpenter, or whatever they do. You can always say, wow, I've heard that's a fantastic way to make a lot of money. And they will just go, really? That's not in my case. And then you can sort of have a little fun with it in that sense. So, well, then you could, if you have been talking to them a little bit, you can say, well, I think you'd be really good at what I do. And they always ask, what do you do? And again, it's about the 5 C's. Control yourself, do not say too much, because the biggest mistake a lot of people do when they're prospecting, they will say too much. They will act like a dog. They will just jump up and down at people. They will, throw up at them, like, whoa, 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 tell them too much, and it doesn't work, guys. You have to control yourself. You have to be, we often talk about that you need to be like the trailer of the movie. You need to be having, your conversation planned in a curiosity way. That means that people would like to come and buy a ticket to come and see the movie that you're presenting in that sense. If you say too much, if you give too much away, people will always, cut off in that sense. And you have done a lot of work, and you think you're doing so much because you're telling so much. You're so eager to say too much. And that really doesn't help. So my advice is always control yourself, get the details, get the confirmation, get the phone numbers, get the email, so you can connect with them. Today, when I'm prospecting people out and about, I will most of the time now, it just finds it easier, I'll say to people, are you on Facebook? And they, I would say 9 out of 10 say yes straight away. And then I'll just pick up my phone and hand the phone over, open Facebook, and they'll say, let's connect on Facebook. And so I have the details straight away. Why do I do that? That's because I can then go and have a look at their profile, do my best to find out what is that will drive that person, what's interesting about that person. And I will also get their phone number as well. So when I call them, I know a little bit more about them. I know which sort of buttons to push and which area I want to go down to. Am I going to talk about, the Pharmonix scanner? I'm going to talk about the galvanic machine. I'm going to talk about, either the face or body galvanic, or I'm going to talk about the beauty box kit, or which road am I going to go down to? I'm going to talk about just pure business, and I do my best to read that out from people's profiles on Facebook in that sense. So when you are doing that, when you're connecting with people like that, I find it hard when I'm out and about and talking to girls. I can't ask them for the phone number straight away. I just come across like a pervert that I'm hitting on them or something. So I have a little trick when I do that, and this is especially for the guys here that are listening. I will always ask for their email address. Okay, so when they pick up the pen and they start to write down their email address, they are already in a giving mode. Okay, and then I'll say, please throw in your phone number as well, so I can give you a phone call or follow-up call. And it happens, I would say 9.5 out of 10 times they just automatically write down the phone number. If I ask for the phone number straight away, they won't write it down because they're just like, they don't trust me, they don't know who I am. But it's so funny how the brain works. If you're already starting to give something, give information, you're in a giving mode, you then can say, please throw in your phone number as well so I can give you a follow-up call. They automatically write that as well. It just works all the time. So it's really a brilliant trick for the boys out there to use as well. And there's a lot of, like I say, conversation starters you can use. One is like, do you believe in faith? If you meet somebody there straight away, you can ask, can I ask you a crazy question, or something that is totally out of the comfort zone in a sense. Like, if you meet somebody, say, can I ask you a crazy question? And go, yeah. Do you consider yourself an open-minded person? Would you be open to look into ways to earn extra income, to diversify your income if it doesn't affect with what you do today? And most people say yes to that, but they're also curious, what is it? And when you're prospecting, there's a lot of people that will ask you, what's the name of the company? And depending if I am prospecting just the normal Joe Smith in the streets, I won't give the name of the company out. The reason for that is because the first thing people will do, they will Google the name, okay? And what will they see? They will see some, pictures of skincare products and beauty products, and that will sort of turn them off straight away. So what I will say to people, it's not relevant at the moment what the name of the company is. What's more important is that I need to show you the big picture of the whole thing, and the company name itself is not going to give you the full picture. People might be pussy and they might be, give me some information, tell me something more, and that's when you need to control yourself. You need to be clever in that sense, and don't give out too much information. Ways to work with that is if somebody's asking too much questions, what you could say, you can say something like, it's very visual and it's very difficult to explain here in a few minutes. I need to offer you to come and see a presentation online or offline, or send you a link, or sit down with you one-on-one to present the whole thing to you. And it's so visual, so I can't explain it like that. Some people push more and more, and then what you could use, and this usually works all the time for me at least, I will say to people something like, do you know a puzzle piece? We have 1,000 pieces in a puzzle, and right now I could maybe explain to you 1 or 2 pieces of the puzzle, but I will never be able to give you the full picture right here. So it's not fair to you or me to throw in 1 or 2 pieces of a 1,000-piece puzzle, because you'll never get the full picture. And usually people respect that and just sort of back off at that time and just say, okay, and they will give you the details. Because there is something that you can use as well when you are prospecting like that. It's something called the BIC, and that is break in communication. What that means basically is that if you are out and about talking to somebody, you can act like you're really busy. You can say that, excuse me, I'm just about to jump on a conference call here. I'm just about to go into this meeting. I'm just about to go into this building. I'm just about to pick up my son from school, or whatever you're going to do. And so use it as a way to tell people that you're busy, okay? Sort of almost up front in that sense. And then say, when you prospect them, pull out your power lines and the things that you're doing, and then also say, I promise I will, give me your details. I promise I will get back to you and follow up on our conversation. And that word promise is so important, because when you use that, people are going to be like, well, okay, he's going to follow up, so the people that just give the details out quicker. I often use that myself, just to sort of break up the conversation in a sense, say, I'm really busy, I have to jump on this call, or I'm going to do this and that, and I'm maybe not busy. I may be not, busy at all, but to the prospect, it looks like I'm really busy. So they they are thinking, oh, there's a lot going on for this guy in his business, I want to know more what it is. That's also something that is important. But again, think about this when you are prospecting people. It's about the 5 C's. Okay, so it's really important to, when you're out there, is to compliment people. Nobody likes you more than you. What I mean by that is that you love to talk about yourself and you love to have it all about you in that sense. So if you compliment somebody, they feel already good. They start to feel, oh, that's a nice person, he's complimenting me on something. So then what you want to do is, depending on what you are aiming for, if you go into a gym and talk to a gym and you want to focus on the scanner, talk about the technology a little bit about it, but don't give too much. Have it, so people are curious. That's a second C, curiosity. So that is important as well. And then throw in some credibility factors. Again, if it's a scanner, talk about the scanner in that sense. If it's a body galvanic or the galvanic or on the beauty kit or the beauty box or whatever you're promoting, throw in some credibility factors about what you have. Again, the 4th C here, control yourself. This is so, so important. Do not say too much. Do not throw up at people. Do not act like a dog. Be more like a cat. Be more, like I say, don't say too much, because that's the biggest mistake all of us do in the beginning. Like I said before, I've been doing this for 19 years. My first year in business, I acted like a complete dog. I threw up at people. I was telling them I was so excited about this new business. I was just like, have you heard of new skin? I was going all over the place, and I honestly did not have no success at all in this business, because in the first year, because I wasn't coachable, I wasn't following any system or doing anything like that. So it's really important for you guys to understand that controlling yourself there is really important. Then have commitment. What I mean by commitment, this is the 5th C here, is get commitment from people that you're either going to send them a link, you're going to invite them to an online business presentation, or you're going to meet them one-to-one. Or if you're not comfortable enough to do that, you have your offline support. They will come with you and help you to, so you can 2-on-1 in that sense, and you can learn from your offline by doing these presentations again. I had a person in my business that was starting and learning, and they came with me to probably 5 or 6 meetings in a row. And after that day, we did 5 or 6 meetings, the person turned to me and said, Kristjan, you have given the same information, but in totally different way, because no meeting is going to be the same. You have to tailor-make the meeting towards that individual, and that's same with invitation. No invitation is going to be the same. You have to tailor-make the invitation to that individual. But like I said before, strike up a conversation and have it in a fun way. Just quickly here, I have some notes, because I was speaking to one individual here that is really active and good to go into salons, and is very well teaching their organization and the people how to do that. So I took some notes from her here, and I want to share it with you. So if you're going into a salon or a barber shop or a spa and things like that, you can have fun with that as well. And here are some, interesting things. You can walk in, depending on what you want to focus on. Do you want to walk in and focus on the new beauty box? Do you want to walk in and focus on the galvanic, facial, and the spa machine? Or do you want to go in and walk about the Age Lock Me? It's all about what you want to represent and talk about. And so what's interesting here is that you can go and say, hey, I was just, in the area at the moment, and we're introducing the new beauty box. Would you like to have a look? People are curious, so they're not going to say no and throw you out. Most people are going to say yes, and they want to have a look at it. So what you do there, you have the beauty box, or you have the products with you, but you're not maybe bring the product straight up. You have some before and after pictures. You can have them on your iPad, or you can have them printed out. And of the 7 products in the beauty box, so you show some before and after pictures of what the products are doing. But also if you're talking in the beauty box here, be a little bit sneaky, or have some pictures as well in the end of the galvanic machine, or the results of the galvanic machine, half-face demos, before and after pictures, or some stretch marks and things like that. And that will give the curiosity factor, and people are going to be, hey, what's that? So you always can lead in with that. You can also go in and talk about that you are in the area and you have an appointment with another salon 30 minutes down the road, you have an appointment with another salon in 30 minutes, so I thought I'll just pop in here and talk to you a little bit about our business and things like that. So you can go in and say something like, I have an appointment with another salon and 30 minutes down the road, and I just want to pop in here and see if you're open-minded to have extra income with what you currently do in your business with our new amazing anti-aging products. And people are going to, what anti-aging product, what are you talking about? And if you're going to another salon, people usually are going to be curious because they don't want the competition to take everything that they're doing. You can also go in and talk about, go in and say something like, I'm just in the area, I have an appointment with another salon at 2 o'clock, which I had some spare time. I decided to drop in here and just ask you, have you heard of Age Like Me? And a lot of companies or a lot of people out there haven't heard of Age Like Me, so they're going to probably say no to you. And if they haven't, you're going to say, well, can I show you? Would you like to see this machine? And usually people are quite curious about that. And you can then talk about it in a way that your customers are going to be, going to be approached by this or seeing this machine on social media. There's a lot of social media buzz going around this. We have won so many awards around this machine. And so your customers are already going to be, introduced to it through social media. I think it would be a smart move of you to have that machine here. You will get it, of course, on wholesale price. You can retail it to your customers going forward, so the people will buy it from you, but not someone else. So that's also a big factor there in that sense. But some things, when you go out and prospect, have fun with it. One of the best prospecting tools on the planet. Let me show you. Oh, here he is. This is Tinny, my little dog, and I can promise you he has been an absolute star in getting prospects for me, because when I go out walking in with Tinny, people usually stop me and go, oh, he's so cute, and they want to talk about the dog and things like that. So if you have a dog, take him out for a walk. If you don't have a dog, borrow a dog. There's plenty of dogs around, borrow a dog, preferably a cute one in that sense, because people are going to stop you and they want to pat the dog and things like that. So Tinny has stopped so many people for me, which we have then been able to strike up a conversation, ask them, are you local here, and things like that. And that's a powerful way to start a conversation. And then you straight away find out if these people are open-minded or positive, and then you can get their details and then do your work afterwards. Children, again, really powerful prospecting tools. Use your children in the sense to go out and about, and the children are just adorable. They go and talk to everything and everybody. And my two children have helped me to strike up conversations so many times, because they just are open-minded, going out and having fun, and they talk to other children, so you start to talk to the parents and things like that. So that's a really good way as well to prospect. So yeah, there's plenty of ways to have fun with it, but again, it's just about be yourself. Don't be acting like someone else, because people are joining you, and it's okay if people say no to you. Okay, they are not saying no to you. They are not rejecting you personally. And you need to train yourself in a way that it's actually great to get rejection. It's fantastic to be rejected, because you're just one step closer to the yes when you become rejected like that. So when you're out and about and somebody rejects you, don't take it personally. Okay? They're saying no to the business, not to you. I don't know if you guys have been flying in an airplane and you see when the steward is walking down the aisle, is offering people tea or coffee and things like that. Have you seen when somebody says no to a coffee or tea? Most likely you have. Have you then seen that steward run to the pilot? Pilot, the person in 4B didn't want my coffee. Have you ever seen that? Of course you haven't, because the steward is trained that don't take rejection personally. That's the same with you guys. Don't take rejection personally. It's just about having fun in the business. Be yourself, and know that in every deck of cards we have 4 aces. There are 52 cards there, and there are 4 aces. That's guaranteed. Okay. So when you go out and talk to people, you're looking for these aces. Okay, and they are out there. I can promise you that. And you just have to have fun with doing that. And I want to challenge all of you guys listening to this here. I want to challenge you to, keep doing what you're doing, but add into it what I call 3 a day. Okay, if you talk to Nathan Ricks, which is one of the legends in our business, and he's my mentor, for example, and you haven't met more humble person than him. He's just an amazing individual. So what I would do if I was you is that you ask Nathan Ricks, what is the 2 key factor? What's the key to success in network marketing or in this business? He will always say these 2 things. He will say consistency and focus. Consistency and focus is the key to succeed in our business. What does that mean? If we dig into that a little bit, what does that basically mean? Well, every single day, I'm going to challenge you guys right now, because you've taken your time to listen to this training here. Now, for the month of October, okay, I want every single one of you to challenge yourself and step out of your comfort zone and talk to 3 new people a day. Consistently, okay? Every single day, go out of your comfort zone and find 3 new people that you're talking to face. I'm not talking about sending a Facebook message or a link on Facebook. Talk to somebody, okay? Go out there and talk to 3 people a day. And why is it consistent that is important here? Well, think about it this way. You want to train yourself. You want to train your brain, yourself to be active in the business and go and do that. And I can promise you, because I've seen it happen before, I've seen those people have given me these challenges, they've taken these challenges seriously. In my 19 years in this business, I've given people this challenge many times. And those people who take it seriously, those are the people with the biggest checks. Those are the people with the most financial freedom and the most time freedom on their hands, okay? So ask yourself, why are you doing this business? If you're in this business to be successful and you're in this business to take it to the next level, I'm going to challenge you to have 3 a day. Go and do that consistently and do it focused, okay? But do it in a fun way. Don't go and say, because Kristjan gave me a challenge, I have to go and talk to 3 people a day. I'm so stressed about it. Don't do it that way. Have fun doing it, okay? Go out and about and talk to people, give them compliments, tell them about how beautiful shoes they are. Oh my God, you're wearing so beautiful shoes. Where did you buy them? And if the people go and talk friendly back to you, they're going to have fun with it. Go into your local town. Find, you probably know where the train station is. Walk around the corner from the train station and stop some people and say, excuse me, are you local here? And they'll go, yeah, I am, Oh, could you tell me where the train station is? Train station? Yeah, it's just up the street to the left and you can see it. And you actually know where the train station is, but they don't know that you know that. You are just striking up conversations. You're just stopping people. And you say, oh, thank you, you're a very helpful person. I love your smile. I love how helpful you are. I love your positivity or something like that. And then go and say, can I ask you a crazy question? Would you be open-minded to look at ways to diversify your income if it wouldn't affect what you do today? People are going to say yes or no. People can ask you, what do you mean? What is it? And then you just have fun with it and just play with it, guys. And I can promise you, doing this throughout the month of October, your increasement in your business is going to grow because you're going to be having higher sponsoring rate. You're going to have people come in and buy more products. You can have people talk about your business more on social media. So it's going to spread more and more. So your business is going to grow. But it's about the compound effect. Again, you have to do this consistently, okay? And I'm talking every single day, guys. I'm talking about doing this Monday to over the whole week or the whole 7 days, Saturday and Sundays as well. And if you go now out tomorrow and you talk to 3 people, fantastic. If you talk to 7 people, that does not mean you have Sunday or Saturday or whatever day it is off, okay? If you do talk to more than 3 people, that's fantastic. You still have to start tomorrow again on 3. That's really important. 3 people minimum every day. If you are fired up and you're really excited and it goes well for you, go and talk to 10, go and talk to 20, go and talk to more people. The more people you talk to, the bigger your business is going to grow. I often, I have a little sort of joke about this business, that there's a secret to this business. Do you know that? There's a massive secret to this business. And that secret is TTP. Yeah, that's a secret. TTP. And if TTP doesn't work, guys, you do TTMP. I've told you the secret. I've told you the secret sauce in our business. Do you know what TTP stands for? Talk to people. And if TTP doesn't work, talk to more people. Okay? So go out now, guys, and make October the best month ever in your business. Usually, like I said, I've done this for 19 years. October usually is the best month ever. People are so open-minded, you know. September is gone, everything is going into routine again. Kids are back to school and all that things in September, back from holidays and all this kind of thing. So October, reality kicks in, and people are very open-minded to look at a business opportunity in October. Usually it has been the best month ever. People are preparing for Christmas. Do you know of anybody around you that will benefit from extra £500 in December? Do you think that's going to help them to have an easier Christmas month? I can promise you, you know a lot of people like that. So do yourself a favor and be consistent in 3 people a day off social media. These are belly to belly or face to face conversations you're going to have with 3 people a day. Okay. Another thing as well, when we talk about focus, focus is very important in our business. I often say that focus is like pregnancy. I don't know how many people on this call here or listening have been pregnant, but why do I say that focus is like pregnancy? Well, that's because you can't be half pregnant or almost pregnant. Either you are pregnant or not, okay? The same thing with focus, guys. You can't be half focused or almost focused. Either you're focused or not. Whatever you want to get out of this business, guys, is about consistency and focus all the time. Focus on finding 3 people a day, no matter what. You will have days. You will have days where you are so tired, where you're so, completely have no energy to go out and do these kind of things. But that's the days that will define you. Are you a quitter or are you a winner? Okay? Do not be a quitter. Do not give in those days. These are the days that will define you. These are the days where you will strike out and go and do something that the other people that will never be successful will not do. You will stand up, you'll go out, and you'll talk to the 3 people a day. That's how you'll be successful in this business. By talking to people, by showing the other people our opportunity and things like that. Remember this, guys. You were born a champion. Did you know that? When you came into this world, you already were a champion. You were born a champion. Do you know why I say that? Because you were the winner of the first race you ever competed in. Do you know what it is? You were the winner. You were born a champion. When you were born, you were already a champion. So keep on being a champion. Keep on being a winner. Because when you were born, you were the first sperm to swim to the egg. That's why you won the first race you ever competed in. You were the best sperm. You were the best swimmer. You won that race. You were a champion. You won. So you're born a champion, guys. Keep on being champions. Keep on being winners. Go out there, smash October, talk to 3 people a day, do it focused, and have fun with it. Hope you had some information from this. Comment below if you want me to clarify something or have some fun. I hope you got some value from this training. And like I said, let's have October the best month ever, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.